is really nice.
Been a time. Oh, hello.
We're live.
We're live. You've caught us. Just today's chat's really about the myth of going in on your own, the myth of going into business on your own, the myth of job security. There isn't one, and why I say that is because when you look at some stats, and some stats are regarding.
You're a lovely stats man, aren't you?
Yeah, I am a stats man. You know, the happy Brits, as such we say, you know, less than a third are happy in their role. And if you break it down to that, and that's Indeed and LinkedIn, and they're the ones who did a survey on this, and a couple of other institutes. And I can remember going back when, I would say, COVID. Would you believe that? That's 5 years ago. 5 years ago. I knew I had to do something serious. I knew I had to change my direction of what I was doing. Even though we had started honky-tonking,
we've only been going for 1 year when COVID hit us. So that was very stressful, wasn't it? But we had already dipped our toe into other businesses and kept our options open. But actually, when that hit, because that is something that none of us could have ever predicted. Your business wasn't safe, your job wasn't safe, and so we decided to take our other business just that little bit more seriously.
Because what COVID proved, nothing's guaranteed.
No.
I mean, I know there's a lot of people who lost lives, and people connected with them lost lives, whether you was a believer in it or not, and the virus and all that kind of stuff, that's never the buy. But what it did shift is a lot of people's businesses. Yeah. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people decided to say, bugger it, we're off, we're doing different things.
Actually, an awful lot of people decided to start a business, didn't they? When you came out of COVID, do you remember? Do you remember how many independents and little new businesses that were taken off? Because people thought, actually, you know what, life is really short, and why am I plugging away and doing 40, 50 hours working for someone else and building their dreams instead of building my own? So, and we did see a flourish of new businesses that started after post-COVID. I mean, post-COVID for us in the hospitality industry, the year after was amazing.
Well, we was looked after. We was well looked after, and we got to. But then again, you know, with the loans you put out, you got to pay that back and everything else. But we was looked after in that percent. You got a little bit decrease in your. The business rates, you got a little bit decrease in
and
VAT.
Oh my God, I could do a campaign on VAT with you right now.
Yeah, we know. There's one going by Hutong. They're doing one as well, because this is the killer. This is what you got to understand. With it's very, very hard to live off one income coming in now. It's very, very hard, especially if you've got a standard. Yes, I know you've got to balance the books, you've got to do this, you've got to make sure your things are right financially, you're paying your rent, you know what you're doing, all that kind of stuff. I get that. But this 40 year plan, you know, education and going to work for 40 years, that's changing.
It's all changed.
If you just heard the news yesterday that it's in review whether the pension age is going to go up, and the static pension age is going to go up from 67 to 60. Sorry, 60. From 60 to 70. And when you think, boy, why do we want to work this hard to enjoy our life at 70? I get it. Some people are still going to be fit and healthy at 70. But the myth is broken.
And didn't you do some research on the those that actually do make it to pension age?
Yes,
right.
And those who do make it to pension
and the percentage
age.
of those that actually live long enough to use the pension that they put into for however many 40, 50 years.
So if it's a private pension, it's willable and everything else. But when it's a state pension, that's a different matter. You know, so the governments know what they're doing, because funny enough, even though the birth rates are dropping, so is the life expectancy. It started to slightly drop a little bit, you know, for male and female. You know, and this is just in the UK, it's all around the world. Mm-hmm. And this is why you see more and more people take secondary jobs, more and more people taking side hustles, if you want to say. And another stat is that 44% of the working population has a secondary income or a side hustle. However, the HMRC says that's because of the 44% is for those who actually register that. They say that they're doing an extra job. They say that they're doing an extra business.
And we know
that's BS, and so they estimate it roughly around 55, pushing 60% of those in the working population of the UK have got a secondary income, and it's weird to think that it's a bit of a pinnacle thought when we was closed through COVID. I got a little bit teary one time, and I surprised Zoe, and we said we're going to Dubai, because we've worked hard, we've done what we want to do, and we just went to Dubai and we had our laptops, and I think the penny dropped with us then, we had to work smarter. So we started taking our secondary business in network marketing, in life science, more serious.
Can I say that trip to Dubai was because I was going through my menopause, and Fitz partly was trying to fix me. Would you admit? We didn't know what was happening with me, and it was trying to cheer me up. And it was actually on that holiday that we met some very good friends of ours, Dave and Shan, and Dave is coming on live with us later on, and very good conversation with Shan about the supplements that we were not really taking very seriously.
No.
And I have to say, ladies out there, if you are going through the menopause, I know this is completely off topic, Fitz. So
no, that's fine. No, bang away.
Especially as I know I've got a Sheepreneur event coming up very soon, and it's all about women's health. I'm telling you now that the product that I took called Viva absolutely changed me, and didn't fix me. It completely changed my outlook on life for that moment in time in my life. And I'd love for any women that are out there, I would love you to keep the 31st of August free for our Sheepreneur event, because it's women's health. And for me, it's been a lot of mental health, and obviously the mental health that goes with your age, your time in life, and also the stresses of running the business and the hospitality and the COVID and the uncertainty of everything that was going on. So yeah, sorry, I interjected that.
I totally agree, because it comes into the fact is that people always have an opinion about things. People always have an opinion and poking and prodding and laughed. And when I did go into network marketing and when I did start building my business, I got laughed at, I got poked and prodded at, and I hid behind the computer, I hid behind my values. And within that period, I went on an amazing course with a gentleman called Paul Hornsby. I'll be listening, and he actually brought out what my values were. One of them was going back into my faith. One of them is my home, and I was in tears because it came above Zoe, and I thought that can't be right. But however, the pillars of my home was Zoe. That was a pillar. The pillar is getting more into my family.
That course that we both on, because I kind of came into it after Fitz and did a couple of months on it, but what it showed us, well, it actually showed me that when you actually find out what your values are. I didn't understand when he kept saying to me, what are your values? I'm like, I don't understand what my values are. And we broke it down week after week, and it's when you say, I love that. You're like, what is it you love to do? I absolutely love. And when you light up with something, that's one of your values. So one of my values is obviously creativity. If I am not being creative, you must put me in a box. I love creativity, connection, authenticity is very important to me. Being out in nature. So when I need to level my head, I go for a walk in nature, surround myself by green trees, the sea, go for a swim. So that course was amazing. If you ever get a chance to find out and understand what your values are and live to them,
it's fantastic.
Happy life.
And this is where it comes to what we're talking about, of actually the myth which is out there, the myth of security, the myth of guaranteed. It's not. If you can really cement what you believe in, cement the going forward, and the amount of people I've met who have gone earthy, she might be listening, is Louise Dyson. This lady is now, she's, Emma Louise Dyson.
Yeah.
And there's another lady.
She sold a house, and she runs, she a witch, and she does all kinds of spiritual.
But she's
for her
happy.
values.
But she's happy with her values, and this is what I'm talking about. You know, you can do the 40-year plan, try and retire at a certain age with less money that you can survive with, then your hands out. And this is where we are forced to go and work somewhere that we don't need to. And it's changing out there. You know it's changing out there. AI is making it change out there. They're shrinking. I mean, even a couple of days ago, it's one pub a day, closed every single day in the UK.
The traditional pub is going.
And it's not just a pub, they're calling it in the hospitality trade. You know, we've been close. We've been close just in honky tonk. Just through the things are going. And I'm passionate about making sure that you guys wake up, smell the coffee, do the things that you have to do for you. So, I'm going to close because we're trying to keep this under the 10 minutes mark. We're slightly over.
This is so good for you.
Yeah, I know. So we're going to close. But listen, reach out, put some things in the comments. Let's have a conversation because the next Monday, we will go deep into what we're doing in direct sales, in life science. Some of you already follow me, some of you know the post. But remember those ladies who are in an hour's drive from Plymouth, the Sheepreneur event on the 31st of August, Sunday down at Honky Tonk. It's going to be a cracking day. Love you. God bless. Have a great evening. We've got visitors. I've got the wine going. So, ching ching.
Cheers.
And I'll catch you soon.
See you next Monday.
Bye bye.